So, servus again. Next video. As always, I'm using this and it's absolutely working. I will show that today. For more explanation, watch the last weekly recap video or the two first ones. There I explain it in a deeper way. So let's look at our SPY today. So, the only thing I can say for the movement today is something like this. But jokes aside, I said yesterday and the day before, I absolutely don't like that we didn't got a pullback and that we didn't got a 0.5 pullback. Like here, and like this little thing here. What did we do today? We got a perfect pullback, a perfect breakout retest, and for the bullish tracking, a perfect bounce. If we looked at on the 5-minute, this would be your little C. This was your lower high. Then you fall down, make a lower low, came up again. This would be a midpoint. Then you make a new lower low, came up again, reject, that was your T. And then it made a V. And after that, higher low. So if this is true for the bullish tracking, this thing today was a B pullback. And from today on, from tomorrow on, your way is upside. That would be the same, like, just for the, in short, it's like this, or like this, or in the really small thing, like this. Not, I wouldn't expect something like this because it's just a too small C. For me, this was your B. For the big tracking, this was your higher, the whole thing. This was your higher low. This whole thing right now was your A, MIF pullback. I would imagine your B will be at this trend line. So you will come up. Then, in my opinion, most likely reject at this trend line here somewhere. Depends how quick we are doing this. I will come to that later too. And then you take your A bottom and take your fib. MIF lock this time. And around 672 would be a B pullback, your 0.5. And then you break this trend line as you did here too. And this would be your small C, your middle C, and your absolutely big C. I show what it means later. The funny thing today was I bought puts just in case, because I was a little bit not worried. How do you call it? Angry because I didn't got a pullback. So I bought puts here. And this drop, especially this drop here, I'm talking only really about this drop. I mean, here I was already I was 80% in the plus. But here, this drop here, this candle, I was just coincidentally watching my contracts, and suddenly they spiked to 400%. And then I looked at the trading view, and the move wasn't even happening. 5 seconds later, the move was happening. Okay, I mean, now you can say, yeah, maybe delayed data, blah blah blah, but it's just funny. Okay, so for the bullish part, there are two ways. The first one, you're absolutely finished. Great. You came a little bit lower than both fibs, the fib MIF lock or the fib MIF outlock, and a little bit lower of the trend line, but still, this tiny thing isn't, for a trend line, it's still perfect. So for the absolute bullish tracking, you start to more MIF your run to your B and your big B. And the thing is, this, in my opinion, I mean, this is the 30-minute. This will be quick. For the second bullish alternative is, this wasn't your higher low. And I would imagine you still come down to one of your fibs. This would be your higher low. And then you bounce there. And then you go. For the bearish alternative, I mean, I said it's off the table, but always have a bearish alternative. Would mean this here is already your big C. This today and yesterday was your lower high. And you would just knife. You would knife. Your first target, I would imagine, would be 633. You would knife, come up again. This would be your M. And then you knife to 600. Is still a possibility. Not likely, and I don't think we are doing it right now. But always have fun odd. So what I meant with big C, I think I already showed it. But in my opinion, wherever it is, if it's 800, if it's 700, if it's only 680, whatever, this will be your last C for this market right now. And then you look for your V&A under 200. And in my opinion, this will take years. Why? The thing is, what gives me every day more and more confidence that we are really close to this is just moves like this here, or moves like this here, or even move like today. 2 or 3 years ago, these moves would have taken 1 or 2 weeks to get to the bottom. And also the reversals normally would have taken more than 1 or 2 days. But the thing that we are doing from C to V and A is just in 1 day. I mean, this is only 1 day candle. This drop here is 1 day candle. This pullback of B is a 1 day candle. In my opinion, this only happens when you are close to ending a fractal, and for SPY, for ending the first time a complete cycle. That's why I think latest, I would say January, February for the absolute top of the market. And till then, we will see such spikes and pull downs very quickly, very volatile, just because we only have 2 months left to do this. So these moves will be quicker and quicker and quicker. So What are our confirmation lines? I would say for the bullish alternative, for the bullish version, everything over 670.41 is our bullish breakout. Everything under 663 is the bearish alternative. But I would be bullish right now. Looks fantastic today. So let's go in our stocks. BYND, which what I was showing in the last 2 days. Just for the overview, with the T, lower high, midpoint, T, V and A for the bullish version. Then we go on a little, let's take the 30-minute, let's take the 4-hour, looks better. So I said for the bullish version, this was our V&A, our invisible V&A. This was our last time to sell. Somewhere in here is our higher low. For this we have to go lower. Yeah. This is our higher low because we are way too high to do the higher low right now. So we broke my first line to the upside. We broke my second line to the upside. We broke the 4-year trend line. And I said I would imagine A here. But we went a little bit higher. Okay, perfect. This, for the bullish tracking, this was clearly your A peak. And we are right now in the A pullback. So, right, we can now delete these lines. Yeah. So, the thing is, and we can delete this and this too, because we don't need that anymore. So, I already bought contracts today here. Exactly here. For February, I think. And was it February? No, it was, I think, December. Because only December has max strikes at 40. Because 40 or 33 would be your fourth point. Yeah, let's delete this. Your B point would be 40. So for bullish tracking, this is your next target. And if we just take a fib from our button to our A, no, it wasn't this fib. No, it was from our higher low. Yeah. If we take from our higher low to A, this is your 0.5. Taken from your higher low to A, because we on A first thing, then higher low second thing, and then A. So it makes sense to take the 0.5 for this move. And I thought, okay, we were close to it. Perfect. But we didn't touch it. Okay, now in after hours we touched it. So for the bullish tracking, I would say this here was your bottom. And the next thing which would happen for the bullish tracking is bounce, which we are doing right now, and upside to your B peak, this one. And then you just take, if this is true, your A bottom, your B peak, and then you get your B pullback, and then you go to C. So for the bearish tracking, let's look at the daily. For the bearish tracking, would that be possible? Kinda. Yeah. For the bearish tracking, everything under everything under this one isn't bullish anymore, in my opinion. And we just look what is happening then. Because if this breakout isn't true, I think this company is gone. Right now, it's a 100% risk play. Right now, play it or let it go. There are so many other plays. But right now, it looks good. Okay. Let's get to our NIO. So, overview pretty shortly, because I think this will be already a big video. You're coming from a C, you're invisible C. I talked about that last video or the video before. Now in the weekly recap, this thing would be your A, this whole thing would be a B. That's the only reason why it's not a V under A, it's a high low. And right now, you would do your big C. So, we zoom in. And two ways. We already did our A peak and the pullback. So, for the absolute bullish way, which you could say, I think, because there's still place left to fall down, but yeah, you could get a reversal here. But for the absolute bullish tracking, the A pullback is finished, and you go to your B, and B is around 16. For the bearish for the also no, that would be the bullish tracking. For the bearish tracking, also two ways. The first one, you still have to go a little bit to the upside, but not breaking the lower high at 779. This would be your M then. And then you would fall down to your T, and then your V under A at 437. This would be a higher low, and then you go. Or this today was your M, and you just come down, come up again for your T, do your, or again, also your V under A, high low, and then you go. Just because this is A peak and big A peak, middle A peak and little C, it makes sense. Or this would be exactly like this bar pattern, which is from 2019 or 2020, same thing. It's just a head and shoulders pattern, where you have left shoulder, head, head, and this could be a right shoulder, or you still have to do it. And then you do your V and A. Yes, your V and A, high, low, and you go. So for bullish levels, break $8, and the bearish alternative is gone, and that if you break under 621, that's your bearish tracking then. But I say it again, this here is the perfect buy, no financial advice for your P. Okay, plug. What did we in plug? Not much, I think. So for plug, overview again. You're coming from a C. V first finished. This whole thing is your high low, because this can't be A or B because this side is lower. And then comes A. So for the tracking, what we have done today. So first the bullish one. The bullish one, we didn't do A and C yet. So big A and middle C. We didn't have done that. And this would be your B. And you would be in the P pullback. So we clearly fall under the FIBMIF outlook. It's still in the range. So for the absolute bullish part, you would bounce. This would be your bounce already. You break your bull line at 472 and do your A. Most likely, yeah, most likely here would be A, then you little A pullback, and then you go to B. For the second bullish version, you still have to go for the B pullback to your 0.5 MIF log, bounce here, and do the same. For the bearish alternative, here B is going here. This was your C, and this wasn't your A, because this was your T. And you're still looking for a new V under A. So you would start with, you did already a lower low. Somewhere in here would be your M, then your T, and then you do your V under A. Then your high low, and then your A is at 513, and B stays the same. This will take time. If this is happening, this will take time. So for confirmation, everything under, perfect, we already have it. Everything under 216 is the bearish version. Bounce here and breaking 470, bullish. Bounce now, breaking 470, bullish. So yeah. What I'm more leaning to, if we bounce here, I'm absolutely bullish. If we're getting in this area, I really get bearish. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at FuelCell. So, okay. So we're coming from RC. First fractal finished. Starting again with ABC, falling down. Second fractal finished. We would be in the third fractal right now. So this, okay, so for the bullish tracking, we're still looking for our A peak and so middle A peak and little C peak, and we would be in the little B pullback right now. I showed it yesterday. I think we still have to go down to our fib line. That would mean, yeah, we still have to come to our fib line. Bounce here, break to the upside, get to A, and A would be around, no, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it either. Yeah, here in this range. This range would be your A. And then I would imagine, so I would imagine we are doing this. Go to our A, wherever it is. Then we get the same like beyond our A pullback and bounce here, which would also be a breakout retest. And then we go to our far, far away B. Let's see. For price action, yeah, as I showed yesterday, because the movements are quite similar. We would be right here in one of these two candles. And this would be our A run next, after the pullback. So for FCEL, I'm way more bullish than for BLNK, for example. Bed Bath and Beyond. This time we start just with the bearish one. We get our V, high, low, ABC, pullback. Right now we would be in our T, and we were able to break the BLNK tomorrow, today. Let's see if it's happening tomorrow. Who knows? But for me, we will break under the no line a second time, and we just look for a new low. Why? Just because it's a meme stock. No, just because, in my opinion, this is your fall from your M. You're coming up to a T. You're doing an M or W pattern. The right side is higher, and you knife. It's just simple as that. It's the same move. You come from your M, fall down, come up again, do your M or W pattern. Right side is higher, and you knife. And to be exact, I would imagine we are in this candle still. It's taking longer, but this candle was a bounce from about 12%. And right now, our bounce was 14%. It's quite similar. For the bullish alternative, of course, this was your T. This was your A peak, and you would be in the A pullback. So let's look. This was your V and A. I would imagine for the bullish tracking, this was your higher low. So what is the FIB telling us? No, way too low. And if we take this as a higher low, yeah, nah. Do we get a confirmation here? Here we could get a bounce. So how is the 4 hour looking? Yeah, already curving. The 1 hour. Also bouncing. As I said, maybe I'm wrong. For the bullish tracking, just break 1266. And the next target is B at 37. I'm still standing to it. If you break under this line again, which in my opinion we will knife for a new low. Okay, grab one of the few things we were green today. For those of you, C, L, M, T, V, finished, high, low, finished. We already did A peak, which is on the same time our middle B peak and our little C peak. But we don't need a V and A because the middle B is standing over the little C. So we did really nothing today, but okay, for the bullish variant, 2 ways. First one, you're getting strong moves to the upside, break the bull line at 660, go to your B. Second bullish version, you get a little bit downside, bounce here, and do the same. Okay, the third one is also bullish. You just come down to a 0.5, get a bounce, break the line, and go to B. I still don't have an alternative. Everything under 471, everything under 430, really bad. But right now, it's still looking good. BLNK. No, I looked it up shortly today. I think I don't have to change anything again, even with this crazy market today. So you come from C, lower high, the first one is finished. ABC, doing your perfect V&A, finished, high, low should be finished too. And you would start into your third fractal right now. So for this, we're still in our B little bit, we're still looking for our A peak, which, yeah, I would imagine be around 555. And right now we would be in our little B pullback. So again, two ways. First one, we are still in range to this fib without lock, so still possible to bounce here and do your move. Everything over 284, absolute bullish. Or you still have to go to your fib line mid lock, bounce here and do the same. Well, in this case, I don't think that we get, if A is up here, the full pullback down here. It will be a slower one. I would imagine, let's say, okay, this is a high low. Let's say this is your A peak. Yeah, then we wait for the A peak and then look where we imagine our pullback. Still looks bullish. Don't really have an order right now. After your A pullback, your next target is 26. What I don't want to break, the BLNK 147, and where I have to look for an alternative is $1. Looks perfect. AI. So again, coming from a C, V, first one finished, second one finished, V under A, and right now you're in the higher low. And like FFAI and Bull, that's the only thing we care about right now. So for the bullish tracking, this was your T, V under A is true, higher low would be just this. And we have to hold this higher low, nothing else. And then we get to run to our A. For the small tracking, this was also, this was your A. This would be a small B. And our fib line from this whole thing, the 0.5, would be here, which is also our B line. So bullish tracking, the pullback is finished. On the daily, it isn't really looking like that. On the 4 hour, kinda. And on the 1 hour, on the 1 hour, it's working. So, first, bullish version. Enough. We break your bull line and go to your A. Second, you still have to come down. No, the fib is not the bear line. This is your fib. Yeah, perfect. Okay. You come down, bounce here on the fib. Do the same. For the bearish version, this would mean that this is still your, yeah, this is still your, no, this would be your T. So you will break all these levels and find in this range here a new V and A and a new high low, and then you go. Only thing which is changing would be your A at 20. And for comparison, that would be just this here. And we would be in this candle here. I will just look for the last drop. This should be quick if you're doing that. Right now, because right now nothing is really changing. I'm 50-50 on this. It just isn't moving. Yeah. SAVA. Okay. Again, I said I want a boring week. This is boring. This is just stupid. But okay, it's still fine. So we just start. We did our V, high low, A, B, C, fallback, V, and A is finished. High low is finished for the bullish version. And we are waiting now to gap fill, and our A target is at 41, our B target at B. So what have we done? Downside today. Perfect. We didn't broke out. Yay. Okay. I said that all gaps and all gap fills were Monday, Friday. So okay, I didn't expect anything this week to Friday to break to fill this gap. I have to say I also didn't expect this pullback. But for the bullish tracking, this is just your little B, and this is just your B pullback. So for my tracking, it's still possible. We're coming here down to 317, bounce here and go. And for timing, I would say next chance is Friday pre-market or Friday after hours. Latest Monday pre-market. If it's not happening till Monday pre-market, we have to wait another week. But we have to look at price action, what we are doing till then. Again, if we tomorrow start with a strong move up, I mean, tomorrow is Thursday, right? Yeah. And we come into the range $6 and between $6 and $5, I still get worried. For me, what I really would like to see is just, I don't know, small little grinding upside. No strong move. Because if we get into the $5-6 range till market close tomorrow or Friday close, it's getting very close to my old, where we're falling off from our T. These were our last 3 weeks, and we would be here. It's a little bit higher than a gap, and we would reject here and fall to a new low. And this price action would be the next 2 months. I would still expect in early 2026 to fill this gap, but this would just take a lot of time. And to show that on the daily, yeah, if you look at this here, we still went higher. Here the gap started again, and this is low. So that's the reason why I think for both ways, we're still not finished. We are not finished for the bearish version, because here, this is higher than this. And of course, we are not finished with the bullish version. For the bullish version, I'm still the opinion that we are here just because we fall down. Here we fall down, we come up again, we did a lower high, knife down. Here's our V, here's our V, here's our high low, here's our high low. A, pullback, B, big downtrending channel, lower low. And we would be just at this candle right now. I still think we have a good chance for Friday or Monday. For levels, that's a bit tricky because I don't want to break this level. Not before Friday or Monday. But I still see a good chance that we still have to come down here. That would be what? Yeah, another 50%. This is absolutely possible on Monday. So I would be still bullish. But it's a 100% risk play. Even with shares, because let's say we're doing the bad version, the bearish version, you still would make a new low. And from $4 to under $1, contracts would die, but even shares would be. It's a risk play, but I'm still bullish. Till now, nothing changed. GNS. So we did our C, lower high M, T, V finished, high low finished. Would be in our A peak. We are now in the A pullback. Our next target is B at $87. So for the bullish version, the bullish version is the green one. That would mean this is your A, this is your BLNK, high low. You broke already out. This is your little A. And the A pullback should be finished right now. Still range bound. You would bounce somewhere in here. Confirmation levels over $1, absolutely bullish over 130, and you go to your B. The bearish alternative, it doesn't change. Right now, we even did neutral today. Just no change. For the bearish version, this was your T. The A, the green ones are wrong. Your red one is the right one, and you would still need the 4 under here, V under A, higher low, and then you go. Do we get any confirmation? Yeah. It's possible that the green one is right, and we are bouncing. 4 hour looks bouncy, daily looks bouncy, 1 hour already looks bouncy. So I like the red one better, but I'm absolutely okay to rip now. And the thing is, it won't be a small grind. It will just be V high low go. So V high low and go. Here's same V high low go. V high low go. I don't think that will be slow. So OCGN. So you come from your C, midpoint T, V, high low. AB's first fractal is finished. Then again, ABC, perfect V&A, second one is finished, and you would be in your third one right now. Higher low would be already finished, and you would be in your big A run right now. Which I said I will get out here completely, because it doesn't matter if bullish or bearish, because this is your big A, so you come up, reject, bounce, B. For the bearish version, you reject and L, M, T, and you die. So you will pull back here, no matter what. For the bullish version, I don't have an alternative here. For the bullish version, you would be in your little B right now in the pullback. So now the tricky part. We perfectly hit the fib line without lock and bounced. So if we are not coming down here again, you will already get your bounce. Confirmation is over 190. If the fib line without lock is wrong, you still have to go down here and bounce here at 129. Do we have something on? Yeah, in this, the daily looks bearish. The 4 hour already looks bouncy. And the 1 hour also looks very bouncy. So, yeah. Everything over 189, bullish. Everyone under the no-no line. Yeah, I have to look for alternatives, which I don't have something right now. But right now, looks perfect. FFAI. I think it was good today. Coming from EC, LMNT, V. No, this is your V. And ready to go. We're not talking about unrealistic price targets again. Realistic price targets. If higher low is holding, your target for A is $4, B $11, C between 115 and 35, and the same like GNS. You won't do this because V high low, one run to C, V high low, one run to C, V high low, one run to C. So what did we do today? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. The only thing which is important here is we have to hold this high low. Nothing more. If this is finished, we just break out and go. Everything over 168 is bullish. Everything under 128 is bearish. And we still have to do a new V under A and a new high low. But we are not allowed to drop under $1. Because then this V under A and high low is also wrong. But right now, we are perfectly holding. Confirmation, daily, nothing, 4 hour, nothing, 1 hour, bouncy. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Last one, bull. And I think I got a little bit worried already today about bull. We came from RSE, LMT, V and A, high low finished, A peak finished in the A pullback. And the same like FFAI, the only job we have is we have to hold this high low. Yeah, I got worried today. If you look at this, how much was that? 10.55, 10.51. We were 4 cents away to make this V and A wrong. That was absolutely close. Crazy. Really, really, really close. It's still holding, so perfect. If we break under, or if we touch 151, this V under A and this high low is wrong, and we have to look for a new one. But we are not allowed to make that absolutely exact. We are not allowed to touch or break 10.26. This is an absolute small range. Right now, still bullish. Everything over 12.83, bullish. Do we get any confirmation? Yeah, it still looks absolutely bouncing on the daily, bouncing on the 4 hour, and on the 1 hour it's also bouncing. Yeah, I think it was just planned from the fractal to get us absolutely right. I'm still bullish on it. The only problem is if we break under this, why I don't want to break under this. If we break under this, this wasn't A, and this wasn't high or low, and this wasn't V and A. I really have to completely start new. So let's see. This section here would be the same like this section here. You have a high low and a lower low. And here too, high low, lower low. So please start running. But I'm still bullish on it. It still looks good. It's just maybe the fractal needs only a few more days to start to run, and that's why we came that low. But who knows? Okay. So all in all, I have to say, I think that could already have been today one of the last days of red for our stocks. Just because we're starting our our big B run right now for SPY. I would imagine the whole market just did its last pullback today to get to the levels. Some of them maybe still need a little bit more downside, but in general, I think that was our perfectly needed pullback, and now we go. If you like the video, give me a like because of YouTube. If you really liked it, make an abo. If you didn't, and if you have questions, just write in the comments. You can ask me everything. If you have any wishes about other stocks, just also write it in the comments. And really thank you for watching. Let's see you next time.